Did you know that AI is going to replace many actors? But it cannot replace those who perform from their consciousness. AI doesn't possess consciousness, so it can never truly feel, connect, or transform. It can at most imitate emotions, but it can never truly live them. That is the power of a true actor. First, let's discuss what is acting. A lot of people think acting is lying. They really think acting is telling lies. But no, in fact, it is the opposite. Acting is being truthful. Of course, under imaginary circumstances, but acting is being truthful. Think about this. If it is just lying, why are there so many world-class acting schools when even a 2-year-old can tell lies? Another answer I hear from a lot of people is, acting is about showing expressions on the face. Showing expressions on the face is indicating, not acting. Acting is not making faces. Then what is acting? Some people who know the subject a bit tell me that it is the Navarasas. What does that mean? Yes, the Natya Shastra speaks of the 9 rasas, the 9 aesthetic sentiments. But what is rasa itself? Do you know that there is no exact translation to define the term rasa? I read that it is untranslatable. According to devotional philosophy, rasa is the spiritual transformation of the heart which takes place when the perfected state of love for Krishna is converted into heart-melting emotions by combining with various types of transcendental ecstasies. It may sound complex, but you can sense how beautiful that inner process must be. Do you see what a beautiful process and state rasa is? I also read that rasa is metaphorically used to describe a process of profound spiritual transformation where the sense of I is transmuted and you attain a state that is beyond the 4th, a level of awareness that goes past the 4th state. It is beyond Turiya. It is a recognition that waking, dreaming, and deep sleep are not actually different from each other, but simply different waves appearing on the same ocean of consciousness. When you understand this, you begin to see how deep the art of acting really is. Even in the Natya Shastra, Bharata Muni explains that rasa arises from the dynamic interplay of the vibhavas, anubhavas, and the vyabhichari bhavas. It may feel intense now or unfamiliar right now, and that's okay. You don't need to understand it fully right away at this moment. You just need to be open to exploring it. I will simplify this whole thing for you. Think of each rasa as a flower, a real flower. Where did the flower come from? A seed somehow sown in the ground, sprouts with sunlight and wind and rain and heat, and grows its roots and grows as a plant or a tree. And then comes the flower. Without all that process, if you just show the flower, it is going to be fake, like a plastic flower. There won't be any fragrance, there won't be any life. Similarly, acting is going through all these processes. And then as a result, whatever is visible on your face is expression. Without all that process, if you just show the expression, then it is just fake acting with no life, which is exactly what AI can do. Nahi satvena vina abhinaya siddhyati. Without sattva, there can be no abhinaya. Now, how do we know what that process is? How to do that? That is exactly where the acting training comes into the picture. Suppose someone gives you a violin. Now you have the instrument, beautiful fingers, a heart and a soul and some imagination. Can you play beautiful music using that violin without knowing how to combine all these? No, right? It's just the same thing with acting. You should know how to play your instrument. To learn that, you need coaching. For that, you need a good coach, good acting coach. Think about this. When you start out on a spiritual or religious journey, you seek a guru, someone who has studied several scriptures and can distill that wisdom and help you by giving you capsules of information for you to digest and grasp that knowledge. A good acting coach does the same, studies various techniques and distills that wisdom into practical lessons for the student. These workshops combine different techniques I have learned over the years, designed to give you a well-rounded, comprehensive and practical approach to acting. When I say combine techniques, you might wonder, what are the different techniques of acting? Yes, there are. Are you aware that there are different types of acting? There are different techniques of acting? Some of you may be aware of it. Let me start with this. Stanislavski is considered the father of modern acting. He has come up with something called the system. Lee Strasberg derived from it and defined the method. I'll give you a brief history here. In the early 20th century, a collective of intellectuals and brilliant artists like Strasberg, Stella Adler, Sandy Meisner and others shaped something called the group theater in New York. These great artists didn't always agree on everything. Strasberg emphasized emotional recall and drawing from personal experiences, while the Adler's technique focused on using imagination. Meisner believed that we should just get out of our heads. They experimented, refined the process, and each one of them developed their own technique. The essence of all these techniques is the same: to find the truth of the moment and to truly bring a character to life. Just like there are different religions or spiritual ways to reach God, each acting method has its own path to reach truth. I have been fortunate to learn different techniques and to be trained by some of the world's best teachers in the city of artists, New York City. I have learned that, I have realized that acting is like Brahma Vidya, where the actor awakens to the truth that they are Brahma. The Atma, the soul, merges with the supreme consciousness by entering a state of superconscious awareness characterized by heightened perception and intuition. When I performed, every time my body, mind and soul were aligned, my entire being became one with the cosmos. When you experience this, when you attain this, you understand the meaning of Advaita through experience. Acting is truly a spiritual process that not only gives you joy, but also makes you a better human being and a better leader. You will become a more beautiful being. You will have mystical experiences. The universe will open herself to you. Come, experience this magic, learn it, live it, share it, and surpass AI. Join me at the Repertoire by PY.